It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag BYU.
My age is going to handle all that stuff, so I'm going to focus on this year's team. And as long as I'm the head coach here at BYU, I'm going to always fight like crazy to get this place so they can be a premier program. I feel like the players deserve that, and the coaches and staff deserve it, and most of all, Cougar Nation deserves it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Guys, I'm easy to. How's my relationship with everybody? I'm easy to get along with, as long as you just take care of our football team and take care of the boys. The focus has got to be on the players. So the focus shouldn't be on my relationship with anybody other than my relationship with these players and being their leader. And the great thing is we have amazing leadership on the team, so I don't have to do much. I mean, they make my job a lot easier. I just got to make sure we can avoid all the distractions, so that's my job. I'm trying to make sure these guys get all the attention, because the attention needs to be on them going into the season, you know. So I've made comments and talked about things in the past, but once the season starts, I'm all about the boys and all about what the fans expect. And so we're trying to meet all our fans' expectations, and that's what I'm working on right now.
There's Kalani Sitake's original comments on his relationship with Santiago. He no longer reports to the athletic director amid tension about resources. Now the BYU athletic department's been restructured. Santiago doesn't oversee football. BYU advancement vice president Keith Forkink will now oversee football. PK,
what?
A shakeup.
Yeah.
In Cougarville.
Cougar Nation.
Cougar Nation. To some people, this might feel definitive. To other people, it might feel like one chapter in an ongoing story. I don't know. How does it feel to you?
Feels great.
It does? Like a spring day after a long winter? What are you getting at? Like a day at the beach in Manhattan Beach.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. I mean, I don't care. I have no feeling about it. It doesn't matter to me what they do. We got all this other stuff we got to get to. I can tell you what I know at the bottom of the hour when we're done with this. And I mean, I mentioned it on Tuesday, and that this was coming. So I'm not sure it satisfies either party. You got two people that don't get along. What can I tell you? Believe it, don't believe it, I don't care. But it's if it's not apparent to you now, you don't want to see it. And how is this going to work? Remains to be seen. If you give Kalani what he wants, it's going to work great. If you don't, you can put whomever you want in charge.
Right. BYU's announced Hall of Fame inductees, former football stars Jason Buck, Kyle Van Noy on the list. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Utah.
The guy with the ball that, touches the ball every time, if he's a playmaker like Devin is, as a defense coordinator, you might think you have him, but in actuality, you don't. He creates a lot of problems for us, and, you'll have guys that think that they're sacking him. I've seen Devin Lloyd get out of stuff that way worse than what we're throwing at him. So it's fun to go against him. It's kind of a little chess match and a battle between us, as far as just different looks that we're trying to give him and pressures and seeing how he handles it. But I would say in fall camp, he's done a fantastic job.
That's Utah defensive coordinator Colton Swan on what it's like to go against Devin Dampier. How much will he progress? His stats got much better as he moved from New Mexico to Utah. What does this year hold? Colton Swan upbeat.
I don't think his stats got better. I think his stats were better in New Mexico.
His touchdown rate more than doubled. Interception rate fell by about half. He didn't throw as many passes.
Right.
And he rushed less. So those numbers did drop. But more touchdowns, fewer turnovers. Gotta like that.
Yeah, but I mean, total yards.
Yards did go down. That's stat.
Just get in the end zone. I mean, stats are for losers, man. Get in the end zone and see what you can. The number of points that you put on the board is what matters. I mean, I just don't get into the stats. I get into the score.
His touchdown rate more than doubled. That was one of the stats I was referring to. So.
I don't need him to be better, though. I mean, he was really good.
He was really good. If you could get that again, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they lit up the points. That's the most important thing. I'm not into this just because someone's a year older. That
They're automatically going to have a better season.
Because that would mean, like, when you're 60, man, you'd really be awesome.
It's 40 time never drops. Father time is undefeated, but he's not winning. It's just a push. Time and time again.
How many games you win? He's electric, and he's going to continue to be electric.
Utah football preserves the moment of loudness. They're adding LED lights to Rice-Eccles Stadium this year, so it'll look a little different.
LED
Mostly
lights.
the same.
Oh, I got to go now.
You already got to go. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
It's a statement about where we are from a governance standpoint, that we are having conversations about what the rules are going to be regarding roster management on August 27th, and we kick off. There's games tonight, there's games Saturday, and we're not even really sure what the rules are around who can play on our teams this fall.
That's Texas A&M head coach Mike Elko. Obviously not happy about the state of college football. Already have a judge's order prohibiting the SEC from blocking pro athletes' return. So the battle goes on, even as the ACC approves it. So all the Power 4 teams are going to have the rule, but is it going to stand?
Why do you think the rule isn't going to stand? If I decide I don't want you, who's going to force me to take you?
That's true, but I view that as a hypothetical because I figure there's somebody out there who thinks they're getting an advantage on the field and a better chance to win, so somebody will take them. But a rule by the conference, it doesn't. Well,
but that means somebody is not going to take them, so it's not hypothetical.
They're still back in college football, and that's going to bother people. You're right. Maybe not all 138 teams will take them.
Right. So if somebody, and you'll be an outcast like Texas Tech was with the Swordsby thing.
Do you think they will be an outcast because like only one or two of the 138 take them? Or do you think we played the Ryan Day sound yesterday?
I doubt Idaho State's going to take them.
Yeah, they're not going to have the money. But is like Ryan Day going to go along with it because everybody else is?
Well, if I'm getting $0 and I get 100, I take the 100. They don't need them. What? One or two guys doesn't make a difference unless he's some sensational quarterback. So, I mean, you can get all the judges' rules in the world that you want. But if you believe in a standard, you can adhere to the standard. And if somebody else doesn't believe in the standard, fine, let them not believe in the standard.
ACC is expanding enhanced replay for football games in 2026. So not only will they have replay, but enhanced replay means there'll be cameras and microphones, and you can hear the people who are doing the replay deciding whatever they decide. Overturn it, upheld it, he was in, he was out, whatever.
I thought they already did that.
They do, but apparently the ACC is expanding it, and now the Big 12 is going to it. So some were doing it. And I guess the ACC announced they're going to have 4 cameras. You're going to be able to look over whoever is reviewing the video, you're going to be able to look over the replay official's shoulder at the monitor and see what he's seeing, all that kind of stuff.
Well, just don't show him going to the bathroom.
That'd be a good point. Yeah, don't need that. New Mexico starting quarterback Jack Lane sitting out the season due to injury. And the Poinsettia Bowl is coming back after a near-decade hiatus. It's going to be the Pac-12 versus somebody from one of 3 different leagues, possibly the Big 12, maybe the ACC or Big 10. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Action. A lot of time for Herbert to unload a deep ball down the middle of the field. Wide open. It's a touchdown. Quentin Johnston to the house.
Down. Frank Gore Jr.
There we go.
Touch. No, not yet. Not yet.
There it is.
It is a touchdown. His second of the preseason.
First down goal. Off the fake. Comes back this way. Caught. And taking it to the end zone for the touchdown. Luke Flourier. Second week in a row, he has found the end zone. Touchdown, Browns.
Preseason games, they just fly by, PK, so quickly. Had a handful of them We got the cut down day coming on Sunday. A lot of people find out the dream is alive or the dream is dead. Touchdown Browns, they rolled over the Patriots 37-13, if that fires you up. Dylan Gabriel came out and moved the team, threw the ball around, 12 of 15 for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. Clint Kubiak, Mom, who will the Raiders starter be? Is Fernando Mendoza ready to go right at the start of the year? Are they going to hold him out for a while and go with the vet? Or do you go with the kid? You ready to put Fernando Mendoza out there? See your guy?
No.
Put the pause button on Fernando Mania?
Yeah, I don't think he needs to go right now if he's not ready. I mean, I'm not following it, but if they don't think he's ready, that's fine. Nothing wrong with hanging around for a little bit. I also don't think that if you put somebody out there, it's just going to doom him for the rest of his life. I think that's exaggerated. That's cliche, what the ex-jocks tell us, because they're supposed to say that. It says it in an ex-jock manual.
But there's obviously examples of people who struggled early and went on to Hall of Fame careers, so it doesn't have to break you. Rams traded for Tutu Atwell, and Sean McVay says nothing to do with the possible suspension for the former BYU Cougar Puka Nacua. Adding depth, they traded him in exchange for running back Harkez Hunter. Atwell returned to the team that drafted him in 2021. He had just signed with Miami in March, and already he's back in L.A. Seahawks give Leonard Williams 3 years and $90 million. And Mike McCarthy is talking like he might keep 4 Steeler quarterbacks. He praised them all. Nobody really keeps 4. It's usually 3. But maybe he's looking around the league and if we hold on to 4 of them, we'll be able to trade one of them and get something pretty quickly. Is either teams get desperate because of performance or desperate because of injuries. So that might be Mike McCarthy's thinking here, but he's making it sound like they're going to hold on to 4 quarterbacks. NFL players who return to college remain ineligible for future NFL drafts. None of this coming back and getting drafted twice. That has sometimes turned into a little bit of leverage for baseball players. I guess NFL doesn't want to give that up. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
High fly ball out to right. Back is back. Near the wall. Dalen Lyles done it again. 3 home runs in this series. 18 on the year. And right after the Rockies stranded, the bases loaded in the top half of the 5th. The Nationals add on here in the home half.
And that is pounded to right field. Way out of here. 1-0 Royals. 2 pitches into the top of the first.
Arms tonight across the league. This ball is crushed. Goodbye, Baldwin on the first pitch.
If you're David Hamilton.
Churio goes to right. It's back. And it is gone for Jackson Churio. The base hit bunt turns into 2 runs.
Highlights from around the night of Major League Baseball. An impressive performance. Braves shut out the Dodgers 1-0. Chris Sale goes the distance. Old school PK, walking in the dugout after 8 innings and saying, "This is mine." And he goes the distance and gets the shutout.
18 complete games this year in the major leagues. For comparison, in 1996, which would be approximately 30 years ago, 118 games were completed in the MLB. 40 years ago, by comparison, there were 162. Let's go 50. What the heck?
That's a full season's worth of complete games.
Yeah, absolutely. 1976? In 1976, there were a total of 1,206 complete games pitched in Major League Baseball.
That is awesome.
If this is true, I mean, the AI, you type it in.
So 40 years ago, there were basically 10 times as many complete games. But now you go back another decade, it's 100 times.
Yeah, 1,206.
Holy cow.
In 1976.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's probably not 100. That's probably 75 times or whatever. But you get the idea.
That is amazing, the difference of what's going on now versus the last 10, or I guess I went back 30, 40, and 50 years.
Well, Chris Sale, old school, and the Braves sweep a 3-game series from the Dodgers. And that goes back to the stat you were sharing yesterday. The Dodgers record, teams with winning records or teams with losing records, is very different. They have cleaned up on. They've crushed the bottom of the major leagues. But they're vulnerable against the better teams in the league. And
they're probably going to play the better teams in the league in the playoffs.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. The Braves being one of those teams, and now the fight is, do you have to play in that first round, or do you get to sit out the 2 out of 3 series, which is, by its very nature, pretty fluky, right?
Dangerous, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Anything can happen in a short series, and the shorter the series, the more random they become.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but potentially, yeah.
Best record in the National League right now, the Brewers. And with the Braves, with that sweep, have pulled within 1 game of the Dodgers now for the second best record with about a month to go here. The Yankees got beat by the Astros 5-1. Yankees look like they're on path to be a wild card team here. And Aaron Judge, when will you be back? And the Yankee star says he won't need rehab once he's cleared. So that whole deal, he's cleared, but then maybe he's got to go, hitting cages or in the minors or get at bats. Nope. He says when he's cleared, it's go time. And George Lombard Jr. becomes the first Yankee with an error in 6 consecutive games. First one since 1921, more than a century. Now, PK, you only made 3 your senior season, and one of them was that high chopper at Moon Valley, the ball in the sun, because the field's oriented the wrong way.
Yeah, you can't have that in pro ball.
I am sure your manager, your head coach, your coaches all said, you got to want the ball to be hit to you. I'm thinking somewhere around the 3rd or 4th game in a row with an error. George Lombard Jr. did not want the ball hit to him. But it's now 6 in a row because the ball keeps getting hit to him.
Well, I think the ball's going to get hit to everybody during the course of a game.
Tampa officials approve a $2.3 billion deal for a new Rays stadium. They're getting closer, right? They're going to do this. There've been stop, starts, forward, backwards, sale of the team, new owners, stop, starts, but $2.3 billion. Now it sounds like it's getting done. You want to believe now?
This reminds me of Irwindale.
The Raiders tried to build a stadium in L.A. Well, the greater L.A. metropolitan area, anyway.
Yeah. Irwindale is out by the San Gabes. But it seemed like, you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's like you got so sick of it that you didn't believe anything. So this thing here, they've been talking about it. And I thought, when the weather damaged the Tropicana Dome, you thought, okay, now. But then they just remodeled that one after they played a season at the Yankees AAA stadium there. So I don't know, man. When it's complete or it looks like complete. I mean, the good thing with Vegas, I'll be there next week. You can drive by and you can see it. Okay, progress.
Yep.
I doubt they're going to stop at this point. So I'm not there, even close to being there with Tampa Bay.
All of this matters to us because one of the conditions of expanding was that the stadium situations in Las Vegas and in Tampa get resolved.
Right. Now, once I see some steel going in on the west side here, knowing what I know of the Millers and Steve Starks, I'll believe it because I have relationships. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to say it unless it's true. And that'll be a dream come true, too, for a lot of folks in the sports market if and when that happens. I mean, I'm a little reluctant. Salt Lake, who do we have? Bob Nightingale. They're a lock. Ooh. I can't go there, man. You know?
You don't want to allow yourself the potential disappointment of getting locked in.
Wow, are you kidding me?
Even though you know Bob Nightingale's not writing that unless multiple people are telling him that.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, but like a guy who I spent a night with and dinner last week down in in L.A. is really good friends with him. And so he says that, the guys, you don't achieve his level with just throwing crap out there. And I know people are saying, well, what about you, PK? Yeah, I throw a lot of crap out there. We'll get to that at the bottom of the hour.
Major League Baseball pitches a free agent frenzy period similar to the NFL and NBA. They want to, instead of having the hot stove league and rumors and guys signing, they want to have a period where you can sign around the winter meetings. Then they want to basically have what college sports called a dead period for a long time. Nothing through the holidays and into early January. And then you got to at some point let teams go and fill out their rosters before spring training, so they'll have another window where you can sign. But try to compress all the signings in an area and create some news and some energy.
This is nothing for me.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper signed when the Phillies were already in spring training. And when he did, it was gigantic.
It was big news.
I remember literally, I got to log on to Philly radio. And I listened to it the whole afternoon. They were going berserko. Whatever. But I'm not opposed to it, but I don't think it makes any difference.
The blackout dates, they suggest, if you could put them on a calendar, might compare to, say, the last couple weeks of the NFL season and the start of the NFL playoffs. Don't have our big news overshadowed by the peak of their season. What is trending? Brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. No job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. We'll take a break. When we come back to our top story and what is trending, BYU, Kalani Sitake, now reporting to a vice president instead of the athletic director. We'll get to that next. Stay with us.